Who got a big shout out last week from Kevin Aioli, the guy who does the YouTube stuff that I borrowed stuff from. He got a big shout out on one of the services from somebody, and all he does is a YouTube page and does pretty well. But good for them. If you're a boxing guy and you're covering the sport, I guess good for you. I mean, it's a shit sport. I don't know anybody.
Yeah, you got to respect it because a lot of people put their own money in it to do this.
No, we're the only ones fucking watching it anymore, Andrew. I know the numbers.
Oh, well, I'm just telling you, you got to respect it, though, because we
Andrew,
all...
how many buys do you think that they did for the Conor McGregor fight?
Oh, I know. They're saying 2 million or something. I don't...
That's crazy, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't believe him, though, so that's that. It's the UFC, dude. Dana White's talked out his ass for a long time. Their payouts didn't I'll tell you what, dude. Guaranteed $2 and $3 million. What the fuck is that?
By the way, that's more than Shakur Stevens made last night.
It doesn't matter. That was Conor McGregor, you guys. What the fuck was he doing in the UFC at $3 million? You just made $80 million without all this pay-per-view and all that talk. In boxing, you go back to that fucking cage for 3. All of you guys that training for the MMA, you seriously need to look at what their highest athlete made. Now, Lee, I hope we get a press release or something that Conor McGregor's $3 million guaranteed purse goes to $50 million with pay-per-view. I just don't see it. I think it's
$100 million with pay-per-view.
Yeah, I hope it's not just Dana White talking out there and everyone recording them. Oh, look, that's what he said, so it's truth. Show it, because Floyd never got paid. Oh, guaranteed purse of $3 million. What? Floyd would have said slave money. You know it. That's not me. That's Floyd's words. He would have walked out.
Yes, he would have.
All right.
Which takes us to somebody who didn't make $3 million last night. Shakur Stevenson.
He's on his way. He's on his way, Lee.
Omaha, Nebraska. Shakur. Shakur. What a name. I'm going to name you Shakur. So you better learn how to box quick, baby. Because you're going to get your ass kicked if you don't. Shakur Stevenson showed some of the developing man strength Saturday night on the Terrence Crawford undercard. Stevenson knocked down veteran Viorel Simion 3 times in the first round and produced an impressive knockout just as the first round ended at the Chi Healthcare. If you say Chi and Chi together, what's a Chi? It's also another name for tit. Thank you. I'll be here all week. The 21-year-old Stevenson is now 9-0, 5 KOs, a 2016 Olympic silver medalist from Newark, New Jersey, became the first of Simon's 24 professional opponents to knock him the fuck out. Romania's Simonian or Simon or Simonian or whatever the fuck his name is, hadn't been knocked down in a bout before the undefeated featherweight prospect floored him either. He previously lost only a pair of 12-round unanimous decisions to Scott Quigg, a former WBA champion. There you go.
Yeah, it was a good showcase, Lee. It was a real fast fight, but Stevenson, his skills look like they've improved a little. Hand speed, the accuracy, it seemed to all be working yesterday for him. Once again, it was a showcase fight, but he delivered to his promoter what he was supposed to, and that was a knockout, made everyone get on their feet. So, yeah, he's on a good path. He definitely didn't do a decline. I think you've seen an improvement last night with Stevenson.
Which takes us to the main event of the evening, 12 rounds for the WBO welterweight. Yes, I said that correctly. Let me say that again. Welterweight Championship of the World. What is Terrence Crawford doing at welterweight? It's Bob trying to make money. I don't know who told Crawford that he's a welterweight. Like, where did this shit start? Let's start right there, Andrew. Who thought Crawford was a real welterweight?
That's a good question, Lee, because that's a good one because he didn't look like one last night. I agree with you on that. He was the undisputed junior welterweight champ. So it just might have been the avenue. They were all done there. He had completed all the fights.
I think he was a big junior welterweight at the time. One of the, at the lower weights, he's always seemed big for his weight, which has given him his power, blah, 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 right? So now he's fighting real welterweights, and real welterweights are really basically middleweights who are cutting down to welterweight. So
he has 2 knockouts now. He did knock out both.
Are we going to try to say that Benavidez was somebody legit?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Listen right now, man.
All right. Okay, let's cover it first. For those wondering, Terrence Crawford started off extremely slow in his second welterweight fight in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, well, he pulled a De La Hoya. Obviously, he didn't warm up. I don't think he took Benavidez all that seriously. But once Crawford warmed up, the unbeaten WBO champion comfortably controlled Jose Benavidez Jr. and battered Benavidez's body, picked apart his bigger, younger challenger, and finished him in the 12th and final round. Crawford's crushing right uppercut finally floored the previously unbeaten Benavidez with just under 50 seconds to go in their fight. The most important thing was how it was scored on the scorecards, and as I was explaining to you, it was nearly a shutout. 110, 99, 107, 102, 108, 101. There was at no point in my humble opinion, Andrew, Benavidez was never in this fight. Ever. I mean,
that shows you didn't watch it, dude. Seriously. That shows you did not watch. Lee, he's...
No.
You did, Lee. Terrence Crawford has never been hit as many times as he was hit last night.
Yeah, but we always knew that. No. He went up a level of. He went up a full level of skill.
Dude, the kid had hand speed. You guys, Benavidez is the real deal. Benavidez should be a little upset with himself for how his career has gone. He needs to get that shit straight. If he wants a career in boxing, whatever him and his brother and his father are doing on the outside to make Top Rank throw him to the wolves like they did last night, he needs to quit it and really focus on his career. Because listen, people, this kid, God damn it, where's my record? This kid is 26 years old.
Yeah.
Okay? He fought Terrence Crawford, who many believe is the best fighter in the world, after just 19 rounds of boxing, 9 rounds of boxing since 2016. The 2 opponents that he faced were named Frank Rojas and Matthew Strode.
Right, who are now changing tires.
Absolute fucking nobodies.
Right.
These 2 hated each other. This whole promotion, they've been going back and forth, got so heated. In the weigh-ins, Terrence Crawford finally threw a punch at him. Missed that, too. He goes 12 rounds with you and has more highlights than you do of him. Your highlight is the 12th round. Oh, bullshit. Stop it. He got hit with so many right hands. That counter right hand was ugly last night.
Well, let me ask you a better question. What did you have your scorecard at?
You want me to cover it?
What was your scorecard? What was your scorecard?
I don't have one. It's Nebraska. What the fuck you think scorecard was going to be, people? It's Nebraska. They cheered when Terrence Crawford threw a punch. And ESPN did too. Choking on that shit hard. It's funny. He's a slow starter. Then in round 6, it's like, I think he's turning it on. Then in round 9, this is when the real fight happens. Excuse after fucking excuse after excuse. Why don't you call it like it is? Terrence, you say you're the best fighter in the world. Why did the kid with only 9 rounds in 2 years slap the shit out of you with his right hand? He ran out of gas. Breakdown? There was no breakdown. This kid has only went 12 rounds once in his whole career. Breakdown? He was supposed to get tired.
Can I interject?
They threw him to the wolves. They threw him to the fucking wolves. If I'm Benavidez' team, I would have had on contract that I get a rematch with Terrence Crawford 1 year from now. 1 year. You know what? This kid has graduated. You don't take him backwards. If I'm Team Benavidez, I'm looking for the biggest match right now. Awesome fight. There's nothing he can do but get confidence on that. He ran out of gas. So what? So what, dude? You fought the best in the world last night. You fought everyone says the best welterweight, the undisputed junior welterweight. You were about 20 seconds away from going the distance. They stopped it while you were getting knocked out on the ropes. I get that. He didn't go down. He didn't quit. He didn't cowered out. That kid is real. Terrence, you got some explaining to do. I want to see his next fight. You know all this talk. Oh yeah,
you know what, Andrew? Can I say something?
Bullshit, Lee. Let me tell you something.
I just want to interject something. It's cool. To Top Rank Boxing, who just approved me for my credential for Saturday in Las Vegas. I don't agree with a word that this man is saying. I think Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. In fact, ESPN. I think you guys should name him Sexual Chocolate. I have never been more turned on by a man in my entire life watching him beat another man.
It was an awesome fight, Lee. Benavidez is an underdog, and he's in this thing. This right hand was serious. His combinations were serious. The kid has a counter. He has speed. He has combos. Oh, this fight was real. Until about round, 10? The rounds that he's never been in? Hello? Oh, he's breaking them down. Stop it. Stop it. The kid's got a fucking knee brace. The telecast already told us, doctors said he shouldn't have been fighting in that fight. It was too early. The best fighter in the world. You had 2 fights in 2 years coming back from a gunshot wound that should have ended your career. They threw him to the wolves. Bob Arum had to be looking at that fight going, uh-oh. Look, the kid only has 1 loss, so Bob can still make this right, but he needs to pull him out of whatever environment that they're in that's making Top Rank do this. They need to pull him out. Remember, people, Top Rank didn't want David Benavidez either. They could have signed him. They didn't. They signed a brother. His older brother turns out to be a champ, then gets busted on cocaine.
Busted on cocaine is a strong word.
That's what he got busted on. He's in rehab right now. He gave up the title.
I understand that. Okay, he had a cocaine problem. Again, Top Rank, if you're listening, I understand your press release, so I'll read it verbatim. He had a bit of a drug problem. He had purchased large quantities.
The dad was in prison for murder. The brothers...
Andrew, stop bringing up our negative laundry!
They did. I didn't. They put this out on the paper.
Andrew, I just got an email. I've been blackballed from the fight. They've heard the show.
That was their story on ESPN. Sorry, that's not me. They have no problem selling that ticket. Dad's been in for murder. Kids get...
By the way, what fight am I going to next week? I don't agree with you.
Look, kids...
I think at best the fight might have been 50-50, but I at no point thought Crawford was... hanging on, like he was.
Oh, he wasn't.
From him.
Did I say that? Did I say he was hanging on? I said Crawford got hit with more right hands.
Oh yeah, no.
Dude, his fucking head was
I'll say what I said at the top again. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. He moved up a full level. Look, he got moved up a full level. Now,
bro, he fought a guy that has fought nobody. You can't say that.
No, you can't. You can't say that, Andrew. Because you don't know what an elite... Look, Benavidez moved up and Crawford moved up at the same time. Are you saying they're both not elite and they're both going to be changing tires in a month?
Crawford did not move up from this fight. I'm sorry. He stayed the same. He didn't move up. There is no move up.
No.
When you fight a kid that hasn't fought anybody in 2 years, okay, and then the Mauricio Herrera fight was a controversial decision back in the day, but he was so young. Like right now he's 26. Right now we know he's in his prime. They got him when he wasn't 100% in the ring, though. You see, that's where Team Benavidez fucked this up. They shouldn't have took the fight. I know you probably get blackballed by Bob Arum if you don't pay attention, right? We've seen what happened to Manny. So they had to take it. But, oh, my God, I would have had a rematch clause for a year, not an immediate rematch, because I think Benavidez needs to work on his strength and conditioning going into these late rounds. You can't ask a man who's went 12 rounds once to go 12 rounds with
Okay.
the best fucking fighter in the world.
Okay. Then let's go through it really quick.